I'm Erica Ridley, and welcome to another historical romance unboxing. Today, we have a gift from Sherry Ewing. I love this paper. Those of you who know me know I am a sucker for polka dots. So cute. Can't wait to open it and see what's inside. Let's read. Chapter 1.
The year of our Lord's grace, 1182. Berwyck Castle. Sir Fletcher Monroe, lately of Berwyck Castle, and captain of the garrison knights, raised his arms in defeat and shoved his sword into the scabbard swinging from his side. I yield. Pulling off his helmet, he threw it to the ground, only to stare at his liege lord, wondering how the man had managed such a move without him seeing it coming. A laugh erupted from Driston, the devil's dragon of Berwyck, causing Fletcher to mutter curses beneath his breath. 'Twas no surprise he had failed in his attempt to beat his opponent upon the lists. 'Twas no small feat to best this legendary fighter, and the proof was none of Fletcher's acquaintances had even come close, with the exception of their friend Hoyardin de Devilhorn. You have lost your edge, Fletcher, to have been bested in such a manner. Have you grown soft since our return from Bamberg? By St. Christopher's toes, mon ami, it has been 2 years, Driston prodded. Sawed off. Silence descended at once upon the lists, as if the second coming of the Messiah had left everyone in awe. Driston only laughed harder, calling out for ale as once more the normal routine of swords clanking against swords filled the air. A lad came quickly, offering a tankard that Driston readily accepted. Is this any way to have speech with your liege lord? You should leave it be, Driston. I care not to discuss the situation, especially for everyone in Christendom to hear of the matter, Fletcher growled, downing the ale thrust upon him, but it did nothing to calm his growing temper. He watched as Driston flicked his fingers at him and left the lists to go sit upon a lone bench in the garden. Fletcher's mouth dropped open to see the man actually take his leisure, instead of remain standing to watch over his knights, who hacked away at each other in their training. He could feel his lord's stare silently beckoning to him, so he snapped his lips shut. Knowing he could not put off the inevitable, he picked up his helmet and made his way to stand impatiently afore the man who had been more of a friend than his lord for many a year. Driston said not a word, but made a glance toward the bench and a silent command to sit. Fletcher could do no less than obey, as he moved his sword out of his way. He sat back against the stone wall and folded his arms, waiting in silent fury for what he knew would be yet another tongue-lashing. You need to move on with your life, my friend. Resolve yourself to the fact she has always belonged to him in the first place, Driston began, as the voice of reason, and be happy for her. I am happy for her. You hide it well, then, for your outward appearance shows nothing but bitterness that she is not yours. Fletcher closed his eyes, and the woman of his musings flashed across his mind, as though 'twere but yestermorn he held her in his arms, saying farewell. 'Twas the last time he had ever done so, although for months on end he had wished things to be different. Catherine. Even thinking her name brought a smile to his face. Their time together, if that is what it could be called, with her pining away for her husband, had been brief. Yet it had been long enough for him to fall in love with another man's wife. 'Twas something he had never dared afore in his entire life, knowing 'twas a sin in the eyes of God to covet another's wife. The hardest part to deal with in his heart was that she was not just any man's wife, but the lady of one of his closest friends. Hoyardin had been a fool to not come after her sooner. And yet, how was Fletcher to know his friend thought his beautiful lady was dead? Fletcher had thought she was abandoned, and, since her life was at risk if she were to return to Warkworth, she had waited what seemed endlessly, months on end, for her husband to come to claim her. She had been far along in her pregnancy before she came to the decision to return home, but not to her home with her husband.
Sherry also sent 5 mega bookmarks. Look at this one. We've got A Night to Call My Own, Nothing But Time, If My Heart Could See You, Hearts Across Time, and To Follow My Heart, which is the book we're featuring here today. Plus, a business card so you can keep in contact with Sherry. How cool is that? Check out all of this stuff. And, of course, Sherry's book. Thanks, Sherry! Thank you for watching Historical Romance Unboxing with Erica Ridley. More information about today's featured book can be found in the text accompanying this video, as well as on my website, ericaridley.com/unboxing. To win a signed copy of today's featured book, as well as an autographed romance from my Rogues to Riches series, just leave a comment on this video within 24 hours and you're entered to win. Keep reading and see you next time!